Okay, well, I just saw that um, my insert wasn't working the way I expected to. That it wasn't actually moving things over, it was just replacing the first element 0 with 2, 3. And so I did some digging, and this is an issue with Perl that the range operator only goes one direction. And so when I made this change, it was not correct. But luckily, there's a built-in keyword, reverse, that will allow me to do what I want, I think. Yes, so now we have, once we've inserted 230, I still have 0 to 99. Awesome. So this is working. Okay, this is working the way I expect it to, which is awesome. Let me check it for the other size for 10. Yep, I had 0 through 9. I inserted 230 on the front of it. Awesome, and I moved everything over. Great. Okay, so that's working. Um, so I think you've seen how these work. I'm going to leave delete for the moment and continue onward. So we've got each basic operation in its own function. And now what I want to try and do is start building this table of sizes. Okay, so I think what I would like to do, there's a couple different ways you could do this. You could make a function and you could time at the beginning and end of each operation, but I could also change my functions like search to return the time that it takes. So that's another option. It really depends on how you want to do this. So let's see. I prefer to leave these functions kind of generic, and I'm going to put my timings over here. Okay, and I'm going to comment out a lot of my print stuff that I've been using for development and instead start printing out what I need for timings. Okay, so first of all, I want to, let's see, I'm going to print out my table. And in fact, the first step is I want to print out how long things take. Okay. So I'm going to create a list of all the different sizes that I want to do. And for now, I'm going to start with 110,000. Okay. And so for each size in sizes, I am going to print out some information. So at the beginning, I'm just going to print I'm going to just print some space here. And I'm going to print out my size. And then what I'm going to do is I want to get these different times and then print them out. Okay, I do need to create my array. So I've got my array. Oh, here, oops, I've already got my sizes. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm already inside that. I'm already inside this loop, so I don't need to do it again. But I will go ahead and update my sizes here to also support 10,000. Forgot I had already done that. Okay. So I'm going to print out a spacing for my size. And now I need to start timing things. So in Perl, I can do that with the time function. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to initialize my time function, and then I'm going to simply call my operations. So I'm going to read my array in, and then I'm going to figure out how long it took for my read by taking the current time and then subtracting init from it. And I'm going to do this for each of my operations. And at the bottom, then I will print them all out. So I'm going to copy this again. So I'll copy this, and then I'm going to do search. I'm going to search array for 10, and then my time will be for search. And then I'm going to do insert. And I'm going to insert 230. Call this insert. Okay, now I'm doing a lot of copying and pasting. Because I'm calling a different function each time, there's not a whole lot I can do to minimize this repetition at this time. However, if I wanted to clean up this main code, I could potentially put these timings inside of my functions, my read, search, and insert functions instead, and just return the time. That's another option. Okay, and then I want to print everything out. So I'm going to print, the times. So I'm going to print read, I'm going to tab space them, read, search, and insert, and then put a new line at the end. Okay, now I don't know what this is going to look like, so I'm going to run it and see what happens. Oh, 17, oh, okay, this is just a Perl issue. But you see how I just keep making small changes and running them? And this way, I know right away if there's a problem. Okay, so I happen to know that this is going to, this implementation isn't going to show anything because it's recording in seconds, and the differences right now are in nano and microseconds. So let me increase the size a little bit. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if I can get, there we go. Oh, nope, it's still 0. Okay, well, it's still 0. Maybe I can do one more, and we'll get something besides 0 without it taking too long. Now, while I wait for that to run and see what I get, okay, good. That didn't take forever. I could go all the way, but you'll be sitting here for a while. Now, I'm still missing something in my output. Oh, I don't have 1, for instance, so I would need to do that. And then read, search, insert, and delete isn't being listed right there. So I can add 1 to it. And let me print out, I'm going to use printf this time. So printf allows me to organize things. So I'm going to give myself 14s. S is for string. And then I'm going to print out read. I'm going to tab, and I'm going to print out search. I'm going to tab, and I'm going to print out insert, and then a new line. So I'm going to say I've got, oh, the first one is empty. And then I'm going to do search, read. It has to be in the same order that you're printing things in down here too. Read, search, insert. Read, search, insert. And it's nice to match things as close as possible. I'm going to see what this looks like. Oh, no I'm not. Just kidding. Oh, forgot my semicolon. Let's see if that really improves things. Oh, and no comma. Those syntax errors will get you. Okay, awesome. So I'm printing out read, search, and insert. And I can see how long it's taking me to run the operations for each of those. So now your next step should be filling in for delete. I think you have enough here. If you're curious, I am posting the full version that I wrote of this on my own to work through it myself. So there is a full version, and I've written everything with functions, and I really dug in and did a lot to help facilitate my development process on this. So that's available. It's called ops-final. In addition, there's a function that I created, which I don't think I created here because I didn't use a create array function. I just created my array right here. But I did write a create array function in Perl here. And what I did is I wrote a basic bare bones Java class that includes the equivalent function plus testing it in main, so you can see what a minimal bare bones Java class might look like. And I've done the same thing for Perl. For Python. And so this will allow you to see and compare what the code I just wrote in Perl, which looks really different, how that might look in Python and Java.